Hi, so it's been a few months since I've done a Tuesday Talk episode, and that's mostly because I've been doing like a clan generator challenge or did a clan gen challenge video. Um, I still want to do those, obviously. Um, I'm just experiencing a little bit of um, anxiety and being overwhelmed by all the love and attention that's got. And I got my new tablet, so I've just been kind of worried that whatever like new style that's gonna come out from having my tablet and being able to make different line work, it is going to not look as good as the last two videos, and that I'm just not going to have as much fun with it. So despite the fact that my Riverclan video is like pretty much I've done all of the things but editing, I'm not going to upload it for a couple of days, maybe like a week, and then after that I have an analysis video that I'm also going to put up, just because I need a little time to work on the next Clan Generator Challenge video, and that's about it. I'm just having a little bit of an anxiety moment with YouTube, so I scrambled last night to throw this together, and I just want to talk about some more OCs, like, just for a couple minutes, just to calm myself, put out a video, make it seem like I'm still active and wanting to do things, because I am. I'm just been scrambling behind the scenes. So let's talk about these three cats that I'm going to draw. A little bit of backstory before I get into talking about them. There was a script that I was doing that I'm probably not going to do anymore, just because I think half of it got morphed into another plot, another script's content, so whatever about that. But it was basically about how Warriors needed a reboot, go forward in time, like 20 plus years or something, and just get rid of either all but one or two of the cats we know, or just get rid of all of the cats we know, and change clan culture as we know it. So I came up with this little story called Empty Skies, the first one being Frozen Sunrise, and it was about the new clan culture and how everything has changed, and how the clan on top is no longer Thunder Clan. They're in fact the smallest clan with only 8 members, and they don't even have any apprentices or nursing queens, and how the largest clan is actually Wind Clan, but they only have 18 members, and then right behind them is Sky Clan, I believe, and they only have 14 members, and Shadow Clan is kind of like in the in-between, and they have 11 members, and then Riverclan, who's our protagonist group, only has 9 cats, and they dropped below double digits, which has been really hard on them. And our protagonists are the the only kit that there is who is just about to be apprenticed, named Otterkit, who becomes Otterpaw, and then Otterhurt. And then the sons of the deputy, who are both apprentices, just a little bit older than her, Shellpaw, who becomes Shell Speckle, and Hazelpaw, who becomes Hazel Petal. Hazelpaw is being drawn right now in the speed paint. So, yeah, those are the three cats, and they're all very fun to work with in this new Riverclan, because I feel like Riverclan has a lot of potential to be super interesting in these books, but because we don't, like, we've only spent time with them with Frostpaw, and Frostpaw's a little bit too busy to have fun. We often we're gonna overlook all of the interesting things that can happen with swimming and their culture and all of that. So I wanted to like explore that specifically in this story, which I'm going to explain a little bit in this video. So Shellpaw, Hazelpaw, and Otterkit, or Otterpaw, basically are the youth of the clan. Everyone else is warriors, and you know, their leader and medicine cat are both quite old. So there's a little bit of fear that their numbers are going to dwindle, and there's no medicine cat apprentice, and everyone's just a little worried, especially after the fact that Otterkit's father, Twigleg, had kind of a suspicious death, but it was like a sudden serious sickness, but also there was some suspicious like cuts on him, so hard to say. Otterpaw has her mentor as the like he's the deputy, and that's like because in the culture of Riverclan, parents, particularly mothers of the kids, should not be able to mentor their own kids, especially just out of the nursery, because it's a conflict of interest. They are allowed to when there is like no other option, but like deputy and leader will both take an apprentice before letting a mother do it, just because like a mom could be either like extra harsh or extra nice, and it's not good for the training kits. Older siblings are like a possibly. It really depends on like how much older they are. Like if there's like a maybe like a 2-year age difference or a much bigger age difference, then it's like sure, yeah. Aunts and uncles is okay. Grandparents is okay. Fathers are like a sometimes, because it can have like the same effect, and like half siblings I think is also okay. It's really about removing any sort of bias that they could have, and that's not all of the fun additions to Riverclan. I've got a whole paragraph of just stuff for them. So the cat I'm drawing now, who is Shellpaw, he participates in one of these parts of the culture so heavily that it's like his thing. He's very fun and likes to sneak out and gets himself into trouble a lot, like more than is probably necessary, and he gets caught a lot by his father, so, you know, things happen. But in Greenleaf, so, you know, summer, there is a part of their territory that's like a two-leg house, like a summer lake house, and there's a family of two legs that like to come fish here. So Riverclan cats, particularly apprentices, tend to sneak out to the half bridge that is out there, that little fishing dock, and will steal different trinkets that they have. So that's like fishing lure, or sometimes whatever baits left behind, or different hooks and stuff like that. And they do it during the night to like go out and investigate. And because it's the furthest part of their territory from their camp, it's like this huge big adventure that is a lot of fun. And whoever has like the coolest thing that they bring back is like the king of the apprentices or something like that. And warriors, like, some warriors have done it as well when they were apprentices. Like, it tends to be like a young kid thing. But a few warriors, if they see kids doing it, will look the other way. Some will definitely not. Mark Lightning, the deputy, did not do it, or he probably went along with it to investigate with other friends, but he was not a trinket collector, and he frowns upon his son trying to do the same thing. Another part of the culture that I've got is the type of like hunting that they do. So obviously they fish, right? Like, that's the one thing about Riverclan that everyone knows. But I've divided the type of like fishing that they do, into 3 different categories. That being like the diver, who literally go underneath the water to get food and supplies. Like, if the medicine cat asks, hey, we need this thing at the bottom, can you go grab it? A diver will go down and get that. Medicine cats can also be divers. It seems like the most reliable thing for them. There are treaders that are not good or confident swimmers, that like they don't dive, and they're still pretty good at swimming, but they do enough to just hunt and swim. That they won't do any of the diving, but they also won't just stay on land. And then there are the ones that stay at land, drylanders. They're not good at fishing, and they tend to stick to the land and hunt like mice, rabbits, birds, and the closest they'll get is waterfowl. And you might be looking at these very fluffy boys and be thinking, very thick pelt, that's gonna get heavy. Hunting in the water is probably not good for them. Well, they'll probably more have hunting closer to a drylander, which is difficult because I don't suspect either of their warrior like mentors to be particularly drylander-esque. I mean, Shellpaw's mentor, Petal Whisker, maybe. She's got a fluffy pelt, so she might, not be anything diving. But Seatail, who definitely has short fur, most likely diving. So yeah, that's a little bit about like the culture. These cats in particular, like personalities. Otterpaw is, I mean, she gets manipulated. This is literally a story about her getting manipulated into murder, but it's self-defense. And it's also a story about how people in positions of authority are sometimes abusing that authority in the way of Mark Lightning, who, as a deputy, is quite important. He's he's an important guy. He is abusing his position by threatening and holding it over even cats of other clans to get supplies for his clan, which seems like a noble and worthy cause. But he's writing it off as like stuff that he's doing on his own. So there's a contact he has in Wind Clan that was giving him stuff, and he was saying that, oh yeah, he got these around the border of Wind Clan himself, and he ends up killing that cat because they were getting too close to saying something. And he killed, like, a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't really think it matters. He killed Otterpaw's father, Twigleg, because Twigleg had caught him in the act of coercing someone else. And through the course of the first book, Frozen Sunrise, Otterpaw does the same thing as her father and catches the, very loved, very good deputy coercing someone else who, I think maybe from Wind Clan, might be from Shadow Clan, and she's like, hey, whoa, what is this? And that cat turns and tries to kill her, and Mark Lightning, with a moment of doing the right thing, saves his apprentice's life, mostly because the killing another cat of his clan outweighs the this isn't easily like this. They have to take care of this way easier to get out warrior. So he kills the other cat, and she becomes an accomplice to the murder, and she's like super easily manipulated and all that. So yeah, that was just a ramble. Thanks for listening. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled program soon enough. So bye bye and thank you.